Hi everyone, my name's Ryan Shiva. Today I'm going to show you how to build a composable AI system using AI agents in Databricks. Agents make it a cinch to build more specialized, powerful GenAI apps on top of your enterprise data. First, what is an agent? Think of an agent as a specialized predefined tool that an LLM chatbot can call to perform a specific task, such as performing a calculation or fetching external data. Agents could then be chained together to answer a complex question. But why would you want to build a composable AI system in the first place? Well, to illustrate a common use case, I'm sure you've encountered a customer service chatbot before on a retail site. Chatbots can be used to create a more customized user experience online. They're available 24/7 to provide helpful information and answer questions, so users don't need to wait to be connected with a real person to receive help. Chatbots can create better customer experience and also free up customer service reps, increasing total revenue for a company. Next, how is a composable AI system superior to a basic LLM? Well, LLMs tend to be really good at answering general questions. For example, how do I inflate a basketball? But most of the time, a customer will ask questions that's specific to the business. Topics could include details about a particular product or a service, or an email that was sent previously to customer support. Answers to those specific questions won't be accurate because the LLM wasn't trained on that specific data. It simply won't be available in the LLM's knowledge base. The answer to this is to build a custom agent to leverage your company's own data and processes. That allows your chatbot to output high-quality responses, which are specific to a customer scenario. I'm going to show you how to create agents in Databricks and use them to query a chatbot in the Databricks playground. The great thing about the playground is you don't have to worry about chaining the agents together or calling them yourself. The playground basically sets everything up for you. The first step would be to define a function that the LLM can execute. The functions can be as basic or complex as you want in SQL or Python. I'm going to start with a really simple example. So imagine you're running an online clothing store. Your website has an interactive customer service chatbot. Customers often want to convert inches to centimeters. That's a task that an LLM would normally be terrible at. To explain why, an LLM can answer a really basic math question like 1 plus 1 equals 2 because that equation appears many times in its training data. But it wouldn't be able to convert a random number like 39.45 inches to centimeters unless it has a specialized tool it can call to do the calculation. So to solve that problem, we can create a function to do the conversion for us. Here I've got some SQL code that's creating a function. Let me scroll up here. Okay. Convert inch to centimeters. And what this is basically doing is it's simply creating a function, it does a simple calculation, and outputs it as a response. Now this is something that the chatbot can call and then retrieve that response and then embed it in the output, which will improve the quality. So once we run this create or replace function, then it will appear in our catalog, and you can see it here. Here's the definition where it's just doing that simple calculation. And then if we hop over to the playground, we'll actually be able to introduce that to our chat, and then the chatbot will be able to use it to answer our question. Now, I just want to note that if you're doing this, you need to make sure that you select a model that supports tools. So I'm using MetaLlama 3.370B Instruct, and then you know that it supports tools. It's got this little drop down here, so you can select what tools you want to add. So I'm going to click Tools and then Add Tool. And here you can add a hosted function, which is what we created. I'm actually just going to add all of the functions in this schema here. Okay, now we're all ready to ask a question and use that custom function. So let me type in a query. We want it to convert 45.6 inches to centimeters. You can see it's calling our convert inch to cm function that we defined, and it's calculating the answer, and then it's going to output it in the response, 115 centimeters. So that's actually really a basic toy example. But let's look at a much more complex example of a function, and this is going to use Python instead of SQL. So the idea is we want a customer support chatbot to be able to provide recommendations based on the weather. So first, we actually need to get the current weather. Obviously, the LLM is not going to know that unless it queries an external data source. So that's what this function is for, get weather. Pretty much you're passing in the user's latitude and longitude, which you could retrieve by getting the user's location dynamically on the website. And then it's going to take that and query this API open meteor.com, and it will retrieve the temperature and also the amount of rain, and it will respond with that. And then another function that I've got right here is recommend outfit description. So if you are looking for an outfit for a particular occasion or you want a particular style, this agent actually can take the temperature and the rain that the previous agent retrieved and then recommend an outfit for you. And so the way this would work is you could ask a more complex query, and then these agents would be chained together in order to provide an answer to the complex question. And actually, the playground does the chaining all for you, like I said. So that's pretty cool that you just get that right out of the box. So let's see how this can actually work in the playground. I'm going to use a test query here. So we're giving it the latitude and the longitude, and we're asking, what's an appropriate outfit for a job interview based on the current weather? Okay, so it looks like it's retrieved the weather information. Now it's using this recommend outfit description function to recommend an outfit for me. So it's retrieved the weather, and then it's recommending outfits suitable for a job interview. So it looks like it was able to provide a high quality response to my query using those agents chained together. I just want to note here that Databricks also has built-in tools to evaluate your agents against a variety of questions that they may encounter, and that's to improve and monitor the output accuracy. And then when you're ready to deploy your chat to production, you can deploy your model, and it's a service called Mosaic AI Model Serving, all within Databricks. And so it makes your model available to query as a REST API endpoint. If you want to see a demonstration of those features, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make another demo video. So wrapping up, in general, I'd say it's pretty tough to know ahead of time exactly which capabilities your project is going to need in your ML platform. Your needs might grow over time. So my recommendation is don't fall into the trap of thinking that, oh, just because my company's small or my project's small, that I'm never going to use any of these tools. Databricks has a really cool consumption-based cost model, so basically you don't pay for it unless you use it. But it's really nice to have if you find out that you need it. Now that you know how easy it is to build a composable AI system using AI agents in Databricks, what are you going to create first? Thanks for watching.